Hey everybody, welcome back. The battle.
Mystic Maya stumbled briefly after being hit over the head with the staff. But then she dodged Mystic Elise's next attack and stole her weapon. Suddenly, Mystic Elise was the one on the defensive, with her back to the stone lantern.
Wow, the red effect really adds to your credibility.
That's when
I'm picturing her going like, and then splash! Red everywhere. And Amaya's like, "Bleh!" And Misty Faye's like, "Bleh! You got me." Ooh, most entertaining. Then what happened?
That's when Mystic Maya stabbed Mystic Elise.
And then Bruce Campbell came and he was all like,
Mystic Elise managed to fling the knife away, but then she collapsed.
that was a very heartbreaking story.
Opens up ketchup.
Yeah.
I don't know if there were any bad feelings between them, but it had been 17 years since Mystic Misty's disappearance. Perhaps they simply didn't recognize each other anymore.
We don't need your fucking theories on this. That seems reasonable. You're the witness. Just state facts. Don't fucking... The judge has, in the past, told witnesses not to speculate. Now then, Mr. Wright, proceed with your cross-examination. All right. First statement. Mystic Maya stumbled briefly after being hit over the head with the staff.
Hold it.
Iris, where were you standing when you witnessed all of this?
What do you mean?
I mean, where were you standing, you fucking dummy?
I don't understand.
Well, if either of them had noticed you, they might have not been continued their battling.
I wonder if that's true. The two of them, they were standing near the garden stone lantern. I was watching the whole thing from behind. It was dark where the two of them were, so I think that's why they didn't see me.
So it was dark in the garden when the murder took place, despite the stone lantern? Tell me, what did Miss Maya Fey do after she was struck?
Then she dodged Mystic Elise's next attack and stole her weapon.
Hold it.
What happened to the victim's staff then?
I'm not sure. The area was very dark, so I couldn't really see. I think it got knocked away somewhere as the fight escalated.
Okay. If the staff was knocked away at the scene of the crime and Iris says she moved the body and the whole scene to the temple, who retrieved the staff then? Because the fact is, the staff was found at the temple. Is that going to be the contradiction? The fact that she just says the staff was knocked away?
Maybe.
When in actuality, it couldn't have been just knocked away and then not retrieved by someone.
Yeah, and the ball was at the edge of the bridge. Like, that's got to come into play.
That makes sense. That would explain the need for the dagger.
Mystic Elise raised the dagger to strike, but Mystic Maya dodged it at the last second. The dagger struck the lantern and
She's
fell
even
to the
making
ground.
sound effects for us. And went, ching! I'm picturing she's got like some pots and pans. She's like, shing! Like this and stuff.
And then, at some point, Mystic Maya picked it up.
Nothing sounds especially strange yet.
What did the victim do when the weapon was stolen from her?
Suddenly she was on the defensive with her back to the stone lantern.
Hold it.
You're saying that Mystic Maya Fey turned the tables on the victim? Wait a minute. Misty Fey was stabbed in the back, and yet she had her back to the lantern when the final strike happened.
Yeah.
That's gotta be it.
Yes. Good call. But Mystic Maya wasn't herself at the time. After all, her life was in danger.
I still can't believe it. The idea of Maya cornering someone at knife point is just silly.
As they say, a cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal.
No one has ever said that! I believe the correct description as a cornered fox is scared and petrified. What?
Your animal analogies have gone tiresome.
You were the one who started it.
Anyway, so after Maya Fey backed the victim into the stone lantern, what happened next?
Metal Gear Solid reference!
Seriously?
Apparently. That's the word on Chat Street.
That analogy has never been used before Metal Gear? That's when Mystic Maya stabbed Mystic Elise.
Hold it!
Are you absolutely certain that's what you saw?
Yes, I'm almost certain.
Almost.
The garden was dark. I couldn't really tell who was who.
What did she just say? So in other words, you could So in other words, it could have been someone else entirely! Thank you, Phoenix.
Objection!
What?
Objection. We know Maya Fey was at the inner temple that night. And that the woman that was killed was Elise Dusnam. Isn't it fairly obvious who attacked who?
I don't have anything to counter that yet.
Well then, witness, please continue with your testimony.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yep, circumstantial, but who fucking gives a shit?
The two of them faced each other for a moment. Then Mystic Maya rushed straight into Mystic Elise. Then Mystic Elise doubled over and fell to the ground.
She said she couldn't tell who was who?
Mm-hmm.
Then it could have been Mystic Elise that just rushed Maya.
Yep.
So she was stabbed in the stomach, huh?
Yes.
Mystic Elise managed to fling the knife away, but then she collapsed.
Hold it.
Where did that dagger go?
I have no idea. It was dark and I couldn't see.
According to the detective who found the dagger, it was stuck into the pine tree in the middle of the garden. Most likely it was flung towards the tree after the struggle.
That is most likely explanation, yes.
After being stabbed in the stomach, did the victim collapse right away?
Now that I think of it, she seemed to stare at Mystic Maya for a while, and Mystic Maya stood there, not moving an inch. It felt for a moment like time had just stopped. But then, suddenly, as if the spell had worn off, Mystic Elise fell over.
It seems like a reasonable story at first, but there's one thing that is completely impossible. The very idea of Maya stabbing someone, that alone is impossible, which means this faulty testimony must contain another contradiction in it somewhere. Alright. So, let's go through them one more time, or for the first time even. Mystic Maya stumbled briefly after being hit over the head with the staff.
Yeah.
Then she dodged Mystic Elise's next attack and stole her weapon. Suddenly, Mystic Elise was the one on the defensive with her back to the stone lantern. That's where we wanted to present that she was stabbed in the back, right?
Yeah.
Because that would be the autopsy report. Stabbed in the back. Wait a minute. What have we established about the order of things?
Oh,
After
fuck.
death, it fell. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's when Mystic Maya stabbed Mystic Elise. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. It has to be.
Should we save? We haven't saved yet. Excuse me. Freezer.
Yeah, it's got to be this.
Okay.
Objection!
Objection!
Your Honor, what do you think about the witness's statement? What? What? She just said that as she stabbed, her back was to the lantern, and I have an autopsy that says she was stabbed in the back. Explain it. That's a fucking contradiction. What the fuck?
And you tooted at my save comment.
Maybe the next statement? But
I guess that statement works because Maya is in front of Misty Faye, which is stupid.
The
I think it
statement
should.
specifically mentions the
I
back.
know, I
Both
know.
statements should work. Either one should work. If this is...
I don't even know if I think this one
Fuck
should.
off! God damn it! Splitting hairs, you son of a bitch! I need to learn the name of the creator. I need to commit it to memory like all of my other creators' names from Japan. So that I can curse him out loud more
Yeah.
often. What's the creator's name?
For this game.
My brain's only got room for so many Japanese names. They're hard to remember. Shigesato Itoi, Shigeru Miyamoto, and the creator of
Shutakumi?
Shu Takumi, Hideous Kojima, and I forget the name. See, this is what happens to me. Like I've said it a million times, but I can't remember the guy who created Mega Man now.
Oh,
Kiju Inafune.
yeah. Fuck Shu. There.
Shu.
That's how you can do it.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
Fuck Shu!
Good one, Trapper.
Or just fuck you, Shu! All right. But seriously, fucking goddamn it.
I know. God damn it.
Come on.
I'm with you.
That like if I don't know if I was playing this on my own without a cue from the chat to say maybe try the second statement, I could potentially have gone on like, well, I'm clearly barking up the wrong tree with this idea, and like spent another 20 minutes of like trial and error before I realized it just has to be applied to the second statement.
Yeah.
That's a shame. All right, go ahead. Until now, I didn't think you were the type to make such careless mistakes. However, the testimony you gave contains quite a few contradictions.
What do you mean? What's so wrong about my testimony?
According to you, I acknowledge that, Dumplings, but the fact is there was something missing from both statements. Like, either or should have worked because of that. One mentions the stabbing, one mentions that her back is to the statue. Either one should work. Maya Fey stabbed the victim, who had her back to the stone lantern, correct?
Yes, that's right.
But in that case, the victim would have been stabbed in the stomach, right?
Yes, I think so.
But, according to the autopsy report, the cause of death was due to blood loss from a stab wound in her back. This proves that the victim was stabbed from behind, not the front, dummy. Sister Iris, it appears that another seed of doubt has been sprouted from your testimony, dummy.
What? What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright?
It's simple. People are like books. We've already got a front and a back, if you get my drift.
Is that all you've got to say, dummy?
I can also say that the darkness loves to play with the human mind.
Could you please knock it off with the cheesy proverbs and illogical metaphors already? The point is, Too much of a testimony just doesn't make sense. Throwing away a useful staff, the people fighting being mother and daughter, and now she falsely claims that the victim was stabbed in the stomach.
There's certainly some inconsistencies.
Goddamn inconsistencies, Judge! Well, Iris, how about it?
Well, it's just...
If you ask me, you're just being too naive about the whole thing.
What do you mean?
There are 253 distinct types of bitterness in coffee. And to pick out each one requires a total concentration of the use of all the senses. Were you really concentrating on what this witness actually said?
I got really distracted during that because once he said 253 distinct types of bitterness, all I could think is there's 1 million particles in the universe that you can observe.
You should have sang it into that.
All right.
Prosecutor Godot, please explain yourself.
There are 1 million particles in the universe that you can observe. Your mama took the whole thing and put them into one nerd.
It's not the whole thing. Your mama took how many and put them into one nerd? Epic rap battles. This is what I'm doing, yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember. Fuck, I need to watch that one again. It's so good.
Your mama picked the ugly
Ugliest
ones and put them into one nerd. Yeah, and that's how it goes. Yeah, the ugly particles. I love the. It's the best epic rap battle.
Yeah.
So good. All right. I wonder now that I've watched that sort of mini doc that we watched on Stephen Hawking and how humorous he is. Every other thing he says is a joke.
Yeah.
He's very into comedy. I have to wonder, has he seen epic rap battles
And what does he
has
think?
he reacted? Has he
Yeah,
said
dude,
anything
I
about
wonder.
it? I'm sure he would love it.
Yeah.
All right.
The witness was quite ambiguous about their own ambiguities when she said that the garden looked dark and she couldn't see clearly. A human needs one thing to see clearly, and that is light.
Light?
By the way, did you know? The inner temple has a rule that on nights when an acolyte is there training, the stone lantern in the garden is to always be lit.
Fuck. I did wonder what the stone lantern was. Now I want Phoenix to always think in Judge's voice. In his voice, he's just
Oh my
this
God.
old, contemplating old man.
That would be so confusing.
All right. Keep going.
Well, if that's true, shouldn't the witness have been able to see the crime more clearly?
Normally, yes, Your Honor, but according to the head nun, Sister Bikini, on the night of the crime, it was impossible to light that stone lantern.
Impossible?
It hadn't been used in a long time, and the wick was no good. In other words, it had to be nearly pitch black in the garden that night.
Oh, thank you for calling your own witness's testimony into absolute question.
Yeah.
Completely inadmissible. Pitch blackness. And you're going on eyewitness testimony here. Good one, Godot. Good one. Maybe he forgets that not everybody has infrared fucking vision.
Stupid Godot.
I want him to be like, it was pitch black in the garden. Or,
It was pitch black in the garden that night. Iris simply used her infrared vision.
we don't have that, Godot. Okay.
There could have been a faint light coming from the training hall, but that's all.
Most enlightening.
Yes, that illuminating fact has chased us all the way. Yes, that illuminating fact has chased all the contradictions away. If the staff was dropped, it would have been difficult to see. It also explains why they didn't recognize each other.
So two people who didn't recognize each other just stabbed the shit out of each other because that's what humans do. Oh my god, I better kill him before he kills me.
Oh, I might do that. No.
It's like putting two...
I'd just pee myself and then stab myself with the dagger.
But it's like he's applying the logic of like Japanese fighting fish to this.
Yeah.
Like, clearly, when you put two women in a dark garden together, they're going to kill each other.
Yeah.
It's the law of nature.
Yeah, two cannot exist at one time.
We can't see the demons that lurk in the night, and that's why humans are weak. Isn't that right, Wright?
No!
Rubble, 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 rubble.
Can someone please speak up and talk about how ridiculous it is that the prosecution is
Nope.
blatantly striking down his own witnesses' eyewitness testimony
no.
with this darkness argument?
No.
Order! Order! Order!
His Canadian was showing.
Yeah.
Here, Your Honor. He's got to do up his flag. Let me present the stone lantern into evidence. Maybe it will rekindle the flame of the truth in your mind.
Now I want people to nickname their penis their Canadian. Oh, my Canadian's showing. Stone lantern added to the court record. God damn it. Why is the judge just sitting there with that look on his face?
What's wrong, Your Honor? Was the flame too hot?
This lantern. There's something written on it. Why? It's written in blood!
Oh boy! So the judge didn't know about that yet.
Written in blood.
Wait, Godot didn't know.
Yeah.
It says Maya upside down!
What the?
Oh, yes. That's right.
He didn't know.
After being cornered and then stabbed by Mystic Maya, Mystic Elise didn't fall down right away. She must have been writing that on the stone lantern behind her. With the blood that was
We
draining
don't
out of
need
her
your
body.
speculation!
Rubble,
We don't
rubble,
need
rubble,
your theory,
rubble.
bitch.
It certainly looks that way.
Hang on just a minute. What are you all talking about?
What do you mean? What are we all... What do you mean? What are we all talking about?
We're talking about the message written in blood.
He can't see it?
Yep, he can't see it seems.
Nonsense. This lantern is as clean as a whistle.
Could it be? He can't see the bloody writing at all? Now that I think of it, he did say something to me yesterday.
My eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see anything or everything.
So that's why he meant by he said that thing.
In any case, this is obviously an important clue. We now know that the crime scene was dark, and that the victim scrawled this message on the stone lantern. Well, Mr. Godot, anything further? Mr. Godot?
Okay then, let's move on.
Godot is literally shaking, and somehow I don't think it's from the caffeine overdose.
I believe it has now been established that Miss Du's name was killed by Maya Fey. I pronounce the defendant guilty.
That's just wrong. It has not been established at all. Fucking at all.
Now it's time to turn our attention to you.
Yes, sir.
After the victim died, you did something, didn't you? Let's hear it. We're all ears.
All right. Third testimony from the dummy liar. We'll be
Iris
back.
dummy. Iris bitch dummy.
Jesus Christ. And I thought,
Iris bitch dummy. Iris the bitch dummy dummy.
did you say cunt? And I thought that Goda was misogynistic.
I didn't use the cunt word.